Hey, what's going on, everybody? Zach here with Brandon Wild Pickups, and today we're going to be checking out a couple of 1967, supposedly, Fender Telecaster pickups. But before we do that, I just wanted to give a quick explanation of where I've been for the past couple of months. You guys noticed I haven't been posting all that much. So if you want to jump straight into the pickups, just skip ahead a little bit. So pickup wise, just been kind of busy, and I don't have as much help as I did a couple of months ago. So I've been, trying to just get stuff done rather than film content. On the music side of things, if you guys watch our covers and whatnot, as you can probably hear, I have a vocal problem of some kind happening. Nodule growth, something. It's not great. I can't really sing that well. We've posted a couple of videos here and there, and we actually have some coming up too from a recording studio where I did my best, but yeah, that's been not great. Anyway, there are some videos coming up, and I thought I would do a video of these because they're pretty cool. Guy just dropped these off, actually. Usually I don't have people in the shop, but this one just made sense. We went ahead and did it. This is a bridge pickup. And like I said, it's supposed to be a 67. All right. And then he also brought the neck pickup, which is kind of less common for these to go bad. Usually when they go bad, it's mainly the bridges because the necks have a cover on them, so the magnets aren't quite exposed to the elements as much. I mean, the Teles have that like bridge cover or whatever, but nobody ever uses those. Okay, so first thing, let's just get a meter on them here and see what we got. The bridge pickup is pretty rusty, so I'm assuming it's going to be dead. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's dead. And then this one. Oh, the neck pickup is also dead. Huh. That's interesting. Like I said, these typically, at this era, don't go bad that often. Let's take a closer look at that. So let's start out with the bridge here. As you can see, there is some rust that is likely our problem. The lead wires are kind of rough. I don't know what happened there, but we're going to have to replace these. Those are not usable. We've got exposed wire and all sorts of stuff there. I saw this and this when the guy was here, and I asked him, like, hey, was that guitar refinished in blue? And he starts laughing, and he's like, well, funny thing you say that. Yes, it was. You see this on old pickups more than you would think. Like, I saw that, and I immediately knew that guitar had some paint work because you could just see, blue where there's not supposed to be blue. And same thing for the neck pickup. You can see it looks like Lake Placid blue, if I had to guess. I think that's what he said it was. Why not remove the pickups before you refinish the guitar? Who knows? Probably done a long time ago. In fact, there's so much blue that I can't tell if this cloth wire is blue or black. It could be either in 67. Lean towards it being black, but like I said, it's kind of hard to tell because of the overspray. So 67, kind of an unusual year. Fender didn't make a lot of guitars in 67. Specifically Strats, I know, are pretty rare in 67. Tele, I think they made a few more of. I think it's because they made so many in 66. But so the pickup doesn't work. The first thing I'm going to do, obviously, is reheat these solder joints just to see if that does anything. Probably won't on the bridge, might do something on the neck. And the neck leads are in a lot better condition, so that's going to be helpful. Just going to reflow that. Every once in a while you get lucky. And other than the lead wire here, this pickup, or both of them, actually don't look like they've ever been messed with, which is nice. Yeah, another reason I haven't been doing quite as many rewind times is I have to talk quite a lot through them, and it kind of hurts, if I'm honest. So, all right, let's see if that did anything. Oh, Something, or did I just... Oh, no. No such luck. Okay, let's see if it is a 67. We'll stay with the bridge here. I think I've talked about this before, but on Tele pickups, I don't like disturbing the solder joint. And there's kind of a trick once you're done with the pickup to where you don't have to do that. Oh, here we go. Just a second here. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove this plate because I know I'm doing, at the very least, I'm changing leads. So we're just going to take the plate off. Let's see what kind of date we've got. It looks right for 67. Oh yeah. First of all, rest. We have 10/5 of what looks like 67. And it was wound by Mel. I know that's hard to see. I've seen his signature before. I assume that's a guy, M-E-L-L. Maybe I'll throw up some pictures of some of the other ones I've had. I think I've seen his name as early as like 64 and as late as like 67, 68, 69. Yeah, pretty cool. I even saw his signature on a black 67 Strat pickup. That was cool. So maybe this was wound around the same time. Yeah, that's rusty. That's really rusty. This pickup is not potted. Ooh, the string actually, that was relatively painless. Let's see what we got here. Because it's not potted, we'll be able to reuse this string. You can reuse the potted string too, but it's tougher. Oh, that is not breathable stuff. That's not great. A lot of dust coming off of that. All right. Yeah, definitely not potted. Look at that color. Isn't that awesome? That's what that old plain enamel looks like. I'm guessing in this case, this thing's just rusty. I don't see any damage on the surface. Oh, I said I didn't see any damage. I don't. It was just a little piece of fuzz. I thought it did for a second. Yeah. Okay, so because this is not potted, normally what we would do is, try to unwind some by hand. And I may do that just to double check, but we're gonna unwind this because it's unpotted and that wire is pretty clean. And this bobbin's in good condition. So if we can save some of the wire, that would be nice. Because, yeah, I can already see the rust on the side of the magnet. That's what killed this one. Okay, so this one we have to unwind. We'll put that over here. This one might come back with reflowing the solder joints. This one, if it needs rewound, we will not be able to unwind because these were potted in lacquer at this era, actually for quite a long time. Let's see, come on. There it goes. I want to talk about the cover on this one too here in a second. Because we're in kind of a transitional year for Tele neck covers. Okay. Let's see if this did anything. Oh, there we go. It's reading something. It's low though. 5.6. I'm gonna give it the wiggle. I bet it's grounding out internally because that's pretty low. Yeah, it changed. Now it's 4. And then if I wiggle it some more, oh, I got the full reading for a second. It read 7 for just like a brief second. Let me see if it's not really loose. Sometimes the flat work gets loose and that wire is getting pinched and just kind of grounding out. Could also be grounding out on itself. This is going to need a rewind. I don't trust that. 5.6 is low anyways, unless it's 42, which I doubt. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh, the cover. Yeah, real quick. Something just flew past my window. This is a deep well cover. Kind of cool. I don't know the exact year for the transition on, what did I do with that cover? Here it is. On Tele covers. But eventually, at some point, and I think it was around probably the mid to late 60s, they switched to a cover that looks like this. See how this kind of has a cutaway on the bottom? This is the earlier style that goes all the way down to the base of the flatwork. I want to say I have seen 67s with this style of cover before. So I'm guessing it's going to be around here where they started to transition that. So really cool to see a deep well cover there. Actually makes this a little bit more valuable as well. Okay, so at this point, cover's got to come off of this one. We got to start unwinding the bridge. I'll come back to you guys here in a minute. Okay, just real quick, I got the Tele neck cover off here. You can see it's actually in pretty good condition. And now we can see the coil, which as expected is in good condition. And there we can see that lacquer potting. So they just dunked the whole pickup in. And you can see that right there. See that lacquer line? And then it's, yeah, that's hard as a rock. That's why we can't unwind this one. But that's okay. We'll get it taken care of. Like I said, I'm just going to rewind this because if it's intermittent, it's going to go at some point. So, all right. So I'm going to cut the wire off of this, and we're going to get to unwinding the bridge pickup. Ha! Bitchin'. Oh, that's cool. Look at that, guys. I don't know if you can see that. What you just saw does not happen very often. Check that out. We got almost all of the wire off of this pickup. And my arm hurts really bad. Yeah, it's rusty. Let's see if I can focus. Right there, on that one magnet where I said I saw it. Bummer, but we did save most of the wire. Let's go in the other room real quick. All right, guys, so here's our wire. Like I said, that actually went really well. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. We've talked about unwinding before. You guys have seen me try to do it where the wire just breaks constantly. This wire actually feels pretty decent. Sometimes you can feel it's really brittle. This is in good condition, so I'll talk about that here in a second. Here is the pickup. See, this must have been where the break was, right in here where that rust is. There you go. You can kind of see it on this side too. There is still wire left on it, but I gotta be honest, I think this is enough to make this pickup still sound really good. So I think what we're gonna try to do is reuse this wire. We're gonna try to rewind it on there. There's a couple of options for that. The safest way to do it would be to hand wind it, because that way I have control over it, and if there's any dirt on the wire and so on and so forth, it's just the easier way to do it. However, I think I'm gonna machine wind it because that's the way it would have been done in 67. It's more correct, and this wire feels nice. Like, I don't think we're gonna have a problem machine winding it. I'll just run the machine kind of slow, and I think it'll be just fine. Is it a little bit risky? Yes, but I think it'll pay off, and we'll have a really, really nice pickup. More good news, the leads, and I've got to work on them a little bit more here. On the bridge pickup, where they were really frayed and bad, I went ahead and cut that off. It's kind of messy right now, but I'm gonna be able to reuse these, I think. They're a little short, but I held them up to my Tele, and I think they're still gonna reach just fine. So we should be able to keep the original leads in this as well. That's very good. So yeah, great news. So I'm gonna have to, at this point, cut off the remainder of this, clean up the rust, get the magnets insulated, and then we will get to winding. As for the neck pickup, I haven't done that yet. I'll cut the wire off here soon, and we'll get this rewound as well. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna get done today. I don't know if you guys can tell, but in addition to my voice being bad, I also kind of have like a bug of some kind, and I don't feel very good. And holding that wire like that while I was unwinding made me realize how tired I am. So we'll see. If I don't get this done today, we'll do a part 2, and I'll post that, and there'll be a link in the description for whenever I get that done. But I think I'm going to keep going here for just a little bit because this is pretty exciting. All right, I'm going to get this cleaned up and on the winder. Alright guys, so far so good here. You can see we're getting the wire back on. I've got this set to 8200 winds, which is pretty close to what it would normally have. It may run out before that, but that's okay. So what I'm doing here periodically is I'm stopping and I'm cleaning out this felt, because if we open this up a little, the wire has a little bit of dirt on it. And I want to try to... Oh, machine, stop making noise. Hold on a second. There we go. That dirt buildup could possibly break the wire, so I'm just stopping it and kind of cleaning it periodically. That's what I'm doing right now. We are at almost 4,000 winds, so almost halfway there. Okay, so I just stopped it again. I've actually stopped it several times. We're at 7,100 winds now, and yeah, that's iffy. I cleaned it one last time. We're gonna see what happens. I don't know if that's gonna be enough wire or not. Hopefully we'll be close, but we'll see. All right, guys, our luck ran out. We're at 7,500 winds. We are empty, but we did successfully wind all of it, and the coil looks pretty good. So is 7,500 gonna be enough? For me, if it was my guitar, I'd want to keep the originality and keep this wire, even if it's kind of low output. It'll still sound fine. We're going to take it off the winder, go in and check it, and we'll go from there. All right, drum roll please. There's the original wire. Nice looking coil. So 75-ish 100 turns on that machine with the amount of tension that I have yielded 6.25. We're good to go. Yeah, I couldn't be happier. I mean, this literally made my day, because unwinding and rewinding successfully, number one, it takes a lot of time, but it's also incredibly satisfying when you get it right. It's still within spec. It will drop a little bit because we just took it off of the winder, but that's okay. The wire is original. This is what you want. Sometimes they were a little closer to like 6.5, but it'll be fine. It'll sound good. And that definitely retains some of the value of this pickup as well. Okay, so that made my day. Also, more good news. We have... Oh, I think I already mentioned that, didn't I? About the leads? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, so we're going to have original leads too. Normally, what I would do when I rewind one of these with new wire at this point is I would actually wax pot the thing. Because as I mentioned, this was not potted, and they usually aren't at this era, and they're noisy, let's be honest. They're microphonic. But I think because this is the original wire, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it. And we'll just kind of put it all back together and have an awesome original pickup. Kind of. Okay, neck pickup. Here we go. I got the wire off. There is actually a very small spot of corrosion kind of right in here. I don't think that's what killed the pickup. The flat work really isn't loose. I don't know on this one, but we're going to have to rewind it regardless. And here's the wire that came off of that. See that nice maroon color as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the bridge pickup back together. All right, and there we have it. Got the original string back on. You can still see a little bit of the blue on there, which is cool. Original leads. They are a little short, but I think they're going to be just fine. We got the original plate back on. Again, trying not to disturb that solder joint too much. It's just a really good looking Tele pickup. I did not wax it. I went ahead and just left it straight up. So it might be a little noisy, but you know, this is as close to original as you're going to get with a rewind. With that original coil wire on there. This is a home run. That's about as good as that can go. So that's done. The neck pickup, well, it still looks like this. I don't feel very good. I'm tired and I want to go home. So we're gonna just, hold on a second, rewinding, new coil wire. Hey, look, it's done. Yeah, that's what it'll look like. If you guys want to see a Tele neck rewind of some kind, go back on the channel. We got a bunch of them on there. But I'm done for the day, so there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.